Hello and welcome to the Philippines. Today I'm talking about eating healthy and some of the things I do. Some of you will not agree with some of the things that I do. But anyway, I've done a little bit of research. Some items have a little controversy to them, but anyway, I'll start off with virgin coconut oil, unrefined coconut oil. I take about a teaspoon of this in the morning. And for a number of reasons, I do believe that it's healthy. There have been some reports recently about it being unhealthy, but I think what they were using is the refined processed coconut oil, which is different than unrefined virgin coconut oil. One of the reasons I take this is it helps me absorb the next item that I take each morning. Mixture of turmeric, ginger, and lemongrass. Now, about half the time or more, because I'm a little lazy, I use this 3-in-1 blend. It's already in a powder form. It cost me about 300 pesos for 500 grams. I find this in the malls. One thing I don't appreciate is the fact this doesn't tell me the percentages of each that I get. I take the turmeric. Primarily, it's an anti-inflammatory. Turmeric, actually, I've read, has 300 different elements in it, or so. And I take a tablespoon of that into a glass of course, clean water. It is a taste that I had to adapt to. When I first tried it, I didn't really appreciate it. And then something else I put in it usually is apple cider vinegar. Raw, unfiltered apple cider vinegar with the mother. This brand Bragg's is very popular. And this, when I first got here 2 years ago, was difficult to find. But since then, I find it quite frequently. It goes anywhere from just over 300 pesos to almost 400 pesos for a large bottle. I put a tablespoon of that in there. And this is the large bottle, 32 fluid ounces. So 300 pesos is $6 US, 400 being $8 US. And if you want to read about the benefits of raw unfiltered apple cider vinegar, I encourage you to do so. And one other thing I add to it, if you don't take a fat such as coconut oil that helps you absorb, you can use pepper. And I put about 3 dashes of black pepper. I presume that white pepper would also work, but I don't know. Black pepper helps this become bioavailable to your body. Helps your body absorb this. And makes sense that if you're going to drink something like this, you want to absorb it, you want to get the benefits of all 300, the benefits of the 300 or so items that are in here. It's anti-inflammatory. Inflammation in the body can help create a lot of the illnesses in the body. So as an anti-inflammatory, it has, I found this by accident actually a couple of years ago, browsing the web. And I've been using it. I was taking pain pills occasionally because of a little bit of joint pain, and I found that this does a consistent job and doesn't have any of the side effects that the aspirins. One other thing that I take, and is probably one of the most important things that you can do for your body, I believe, is probiotics and prebiotics. I have started making my own fermented pickles. You don't use vinegar. Vinegar kills the good bacteria. And that is maybe a video for another time. There's lots of videos online about making fermented pickles and fermenting other types of vegetables as well. Something I found in the Philippines is a probiotic. It's made from soy, I believe. And lactopathy, I find it in the pharmacy near me, and it seems to work. It is fermented, purified water, molasses, soya extract, and milk. And I take, I think, a teaspoon of this 3 times a day, something like that. and seems to do the job. You can also buy acidophilus pills, different types of probiotics. Dr. Ohira, a Japanese brand, very potent, that I used for a while. For breakfast, once or twice a week, I have eggs, but generally I have some type of granola or muesli. This particular brand, the muesli company, I've found to be the best, but I have a hard time consistently finding this. It is an Australian company, and it's got a blend of fruit, grains, and seeds, dry roasted oats, dried fruit, 30%. So it's a good mixture of fruit and nuts. The other brand I can find in most stores here is called Simply Cereal. They're again a muesli with whole nuts and some fruits. Nuts, fruit, sunflower seeds, and oats. And both of these sell for 750 grams, will last me about a week, and sell for anywhere from just over 300 pesos to about 350 pesos. So $6 to $7 for that. It will last for a week, so it's costing me about $1 a day. I also have regular oatmeal at least once a week. Hemp Hearts, raw shelled hemp seeds, organic. This is a Canadian brand. I found it at Metro food stores here at Ayala Mall, surprisingly, and hope to find some more because I'm just about out. It's very high in phosphorus, thiamine, iron 20%, folate, magnesium 45%, manganese 110%, and that is a serving of 3 tablespoons. So I take 1 or 2 heaping tablespoons a day, and you can sprinkle it on foods or salads. A lot of times I just take a tablespoon and eat it by itself. Included in my cereal, I usually put a tablespoon of either chia seeds, which are extremely expensive here. I think about $8 for this bag, this 1 pound bag, 16 ounces, 453 grams. Much less expensive and almost as good as flaxseed for you. And you have to grind flaxseed. So I buy it already ground usually, because your body will not process, your digestive system will not process, my understanding is, the whole seed. So it has to be ground or crushed, whether you chew it to crush it or you put it in a blender of some type, food processor, to make sure it's crushed so that you can absorb it. You don't have that problem with chia seeds. You have a lot of the same types of nutrition with your lignans. My understanding is that these chia seeds do not need to be ground up, that you can absorb them into your digestive system. Instead of sugar, I use raw honey. This comes from Camiguin Island, which is an island just on the north end of Mindanao. Another American vlogger on YouTube, American expat in the Philippines, lives down there, and he put me onto this. Cinnamon. I use a little bit of cinnamon on my cereal every morning, and it's interesting. Cinnamon, the more you read about the cinnamon, the more confused you can be. There are 2 different types of cinnamon, and this particular one I found at S&R, and it's a fairly large container, ground Saigon cinnamon. And each type of cinnamon has a little different type of properties, and they're still testing and discussing the different benefits of each of the different types of cinnamon, that type of thing. Anyway, I'm just kind of taking it by faith that it's good for me, because there is some controversial information out there. I usually use almond milk when I use milk on my cereal, for instance. Can't always find it. I might use rice milk or some other type of milk. There is some discussion and controversy about cow milk, whether it's good for human consumption or whether it's best used by baby cows. And you can do the research on that. I have read, and I know people who use goat milk instead. Often they will mix half almond milk, goat milk, or regular milk, and to checks the taste is a little bit stronger. And goat cheese also, I think, is more healthy than cheese that comes from cow products. Anyway, do your research. Thank you so much for coming along. Please like, share, and subscribe. Safe travels to you all wherever you're at, and we'll see you next time.